Hey, coaches. Welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. I know I try to keep them evergreen, but just reminding you that this one's being done in August of 2023, and it's 1 week into football practice, preseason practice. It's hot, hot, hot. Keep those kids safe. Hey, as you're putting in your gap scheme this summer and this preseason, it's very important. Those of y'all that know, we talk about hugging the rump line with the wrapper. This video is about why is it important, but the running back should hug the down blocks, aka the rump line, with gap scheme blocking. Why does that matter? That's what this video is all about. Before we get into the meat of the video, remember to subscribe to the channel. You can hit me up at seagle.chip@gmail.com. It's SEAGLE.chip, CHIP@gmail.com. I'm at Chip Seagle on Twitter. Also on Facebook, got Football Talk with Coach Chip on Facebook, and that group's really taking off, getting new subscribers, multiple subscribers every day, and I sure appreciate it, y'all. And I appreciate all y'all for putting us over the hump before football even got started this year of 2,000 subscribers, and for just an old ball coach that's just doing something for fun and trying to give back to the game that does my heart well. All right, let's get started into the meat of it. Let's look at why the running back should also hug the rump line, follow that wrapper, in the case of the power, the wrapping guard. In the case of the counter, either the H or the F, the tackle, if it's GT counter. The wrapper, why should they follow the wrapper? Why the wrapper has to hug the rump line? And it's important the running back does it as well. All right, let's look. All right, guys, those of y'all have been following me for some time and have purchased the Gap Down Backer manual. You know, I talk about the wrapper has to hug the rump line. But not only the wrapper, the wrapping guard from the back side, not only does he have to hug that rump line, be close enough to it to strike a match on the booties of the down blockers, but the running back needs to hug the rump line just far enough away from the rump line that he doesn't trip over their feet. And let's see why. All right, here's your center going to block back. Okay, that's brick one in the rump line. Play side guard's going to block down. Play side tackle is going to block down. H is going to motion over here. Do a J block right here. Stay away from the J block, running back. Don't even look for anybody to kick, wrapping guard. Don't even look for anybody to kick. Okay? The only time you'll get that D in if he squeezes all the way down and he's on the rump line. If he's on the rump line and your path, your wrapping path takes you to him, then you'll get him. All right, but the real message of this video is why does the running back need to hug the rump line too? This guy. Okay, now he's out there pretty good because we've got a Z out here. But a lot of guys will put a dude here and get nosy with him and inch him in here where he can fall in and make the play. Well, the tighter the running back is to the rump line, even if he falls in and makes the tackle, you're looking at a 5-yard gain. All right, now watch the running back hit that funnel that's created by the down blocks and the kick out. So he's screaming downhill, pressing, boom, look at there. Look how tight he is. And remember, the gap down backer power is not a gap power. It's not the North Dakota State power, the K-State power, or the Wyoming power, what so many college teams and pro teams run. This is gap down backer. It could hit A, B, or C. But we teach him to press A. So when we are against the odd fronts, because it will pop A against odd fronts. But also the reason for that is that it sucks these guys, the linebackers, up inside. When you're pressing A, they're going to step up and then get caught in that wash of down blocks. Does that make sense to you? So he's going to press the A, He bends it a little bit, but he squirts through right there, that funnel that's created, and this guy can't fall in and make the tackle. Of course, making it here is not the end of the world, but this outside backer is so wide. I'll give you a good example. What if we hadn't motioned him and we ran power over here away from the Z? He's out of the picture, away from the Z, just to the one receiver side. See, this guy here could cheat in. But by hugging the rump line, you make anything outside the kick out irrelevant. If you keep it tight, keep the ball tight to the rump line, it makes anything outside the kick out irrelevant. You're literally turning this guy into a double contained guy. And double contain is not good. That means two guys containing. Defenses don't need that. They don't coach that. But you can force them to do that. You can force them into that situation by running inside with gap scheme and hugging the rump line. Here comes the wrapper right here. Look at that. Boom. Okay, here's another example, and it demonstrates both my points. Watch the backer get sucked up inside, and the play side tackle ends up getting him because he crosses the play side tackle's track. If you don't know about tracks, contact me about the gap down backer manual and teach you all about down block tracks. But it's the tailback that causes this guy to come up in there, and then he hugs the rump line tight where this cat can't fall in and make the play. Okay, let's look at that. Here goes your down blocks. Got a good little skip pull right here. Got a down block there. Now his track is taking him here. Okay, but because the running back pressing the play side A gap, watch what happens to this linebacker. Right there. He feels A gap right here is threatened. So he steps up. This backer steps to that A gap, and they're all going to get caught up in that wash of down blocks. And it creates that rump line, and both of them get caught up in the down blocks, and the pulling guard winds up right here. H needed a hit on the inside of that big DN. It almost messed us up. All right, work your hips upfield. But look, this cat can't fall in. Even if he hadn't come up, if he'd have fell in, he'd have made the play right here down the field because the running back is hitting it so tight. And it also, him hitting it tight, when the H's block collapses and that DN falls back inside. Look, DN doesn't stay blocked. It comes back in here. But because the running back is so tight, hugging the rump line, just like the wrapper should be doing, it keeps the end from being able to fall back in, and it keeps that outside backer if he hadn't come up. I don't know why he came up. I'm sure his coach thought the same thing when he looked at the film. And anytime you got the running back in the open field on a DB, that's a good thing because that means you've broken through the first and the second level. So it's very important, not just for the wrapper. Look how tight the wrapper is. Look at that. Look how tight the wrapper is. It's very important for the wrapper to hug the rump line, but it's equally important for that running back to get as close as he can to it to get him away from this stuff outside. It's the rump line. The down blocks are the important part of gap scheme. The wrappers matter, but the wrappers are irrelevant if you don't get a good down block and establish that rump line for the wrapper to hug and for the running back to press and score. All right, don't forget, if you do not subscribe to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Okay, hit me up at seagle.chip at gmail.com. seagle.chip@gmail.com, and let's have a conversation. If you're interested in the gap down backer manual, as I tape this, record this, excuse me, we don't tape anymore, we record. It is second week in August. We're 1 week into football practice. Had a good first week, had a good scrimmage Friday evening. Got another one coming up this Friday. And then we got a scrimmage with another team the next following Thursday. So football's going pretty good for the Lynette Panthers right now after 1 week. Kids are working hard. Be careful if you're watching this in August of 23. It's hotter than 9 miles of hell. Be careful with your youngins. Keep them safe. By the way, coaches, y'all need to hydrate too. You're like old Coach Chip. You ain't young as you used to be. All right? But if you want that gap down backer manual, hit me up at seagle.chip at gmail.com. I can tell you how you can get that. And hey, until next time, be elite.